We're rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, pee-wees across the world. It's been too long. Okay, let's just start off like that. It's been way too long.
We
We said we were
apologize
gonna
to our
record the.
listeners.
We said that we were gonna record the last episode of this season in April. If you were looking at the time and date, whenever you were listening to this, it is either June 1st. I mean June 30th or July the 1st. And we said we were going to record this last episode in April. So if you can't tell, yeah, we've been slacking, but we're finally recording this last episode of season 2 of the Fab Five Bettors Podcast. It's been a while. Um, People have been busy. Kids have been had.
I
Um,
was gonna bring that up, but I didn't know how the best approach. I was gonna be like, just to let you know, our fifth member of Cornbread just had, well, his wife just had baby number 2. So congrats to
Baby number
Cornbread.
2 for
Yeah,
Mr. Cornbread.
it's a shame that it's gonna go through suffering as a sports fan, but
Yeah, it's a shame that he's not here,
Yeah.
but obviously for certain reasons. But we send our congratulations to him.
hmm
We already, said our due diligence and whatnot. But of course, life has been, I guess I would say, lifing for all of us.
hmm
Um, Joey just went Hollywood on us and shit. He doesn't talk in
I
the
talked
Discord
to I talked to
anymore.
Gabe mainly, and then Ryan. I talk on the side, and then I talk to you on Snap.
Yeah, I know. I'm
So
just
I
poking.
still stay in touch.
I'm just poking at you. But nah,
I
Oh
know.
my lord.
to be
Why?
fair though, during this month hiatus, content has been made. Um, we did do a little summer soccer recap. If you haven't checked that out,
No, that was
um,
fun.
me and Ryan will probably do another one once the tournaments end in August.
Our predictions have actually been not awful.
No, it
I'll
hasn't been
give it
bad,
that.
but
Other than, was it Scotland that sold the bag? Scotland and Ukraine were the 2 teams I think that sold bags. But
other than that, we've been all
we've
right.
been all right. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But as Paul was saying, life has been lifing.
hmm
Um, I'm I can I'm out of school. You know, I don't.
just for you to go right back in about a
Right.
month.
Gabe, Ryan, and Brian came down to AC once again.
Oh, it was fun.
Right. Listen, that's the same thing I said. I'll be back in school in September.
You'll be
Yeah.
right back in about a month and a half. So
And I'm going back to AC sometime in July.
Hell yeah, there you
I will be in Atlanta in
go. Ooh,
September,
ooh.
Oh, the big ATL.
and then I'll be in Texas for my birthday in October.
That'll be fun.
So got some things planned, some things lined up.
Hey,
But obviously, of course, this is the final episode of season 2. Season 3 will pick right back up when college football and the NFL season starts to roll
hell
around.
yeah.
Of course, we're gonna have our predictions, what we think, what our expectations are heading into the new season. It's a lot of big changes, a lot of new faces and new places.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the NFL, I guess we can go ahead and kick off this episode speaking about the NFL draft because obviously that was going to be the topic of our final episode way back when.
Because we were
So
supposed to record right after the draft had happened.
exactly.
Yes,
So
sir.
the NFL draft,
Playoff
um,
preview.
obviously no avail, to no surprise to anyone. Caleb Williams out of USC was drafted number 1 overall
Let's
to the
go.
Chicago Bears. Um, Not really surprised, not really, upset about it. I mean, we pretty much already knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There was really no other question. A lot of people were, trying to make the case for Marvin Harrison to go first, but we all knew that wasn't going to happen. So, um, a lot of people are saying that uh, Caleb Williams is going to be the next big thing in Chicago.
We shall see.
That is the expectation that has been set for
Mhm.
Mr. Caleb Williams. But however, definitely want to get everybody else's opinion. Starting with Joey, because we've been kind of high and low with Caleb Williams. Um, in his most recent years at USC, obviously winning the Heisman in 2022, but having some down, not really having some down years in his last year or so at USC. But however, it it hasn't been a winning. Well, I'm not going to say a winning year, but it hasn't been it hasn't been through the roof. So, what would you make of the expectations and the projection that is Caleb Williams in being on the Chicago Bears?
All right, so I'll give the Bears expectation, which I kind of hope is not too high, but I think it's still good enough to where, for one, they have already a very good defense walking in. Two, if I go back to recent history, you really got to think, because in free agency they brought in some new receivers. They brought in DeAndre Swift. They got Keenan Allen. They also drafted Roma Dunze. Like, Cole Kmet's not a bad tight end. Their O line is decent. Like, any QB if they decided to say fuck it, we're not going Caleb, but of course they know they did. But honestly, I have a feeling they're gonna take him to, like, look, he's very talented. He's this and that. I hope they don't try to put him on the Andrew Luck pedestal year one. I really hope they fucking don't, because I'm getting that feeling they might. But realistically speaking, if he doesn't even need to play insane football. I think if year one he plays it safe-ish, get the running game going, get the play action. He has plenty of weapons to give the ball to. The Bears could just slightly miss or even get a push for a wild card if they play up to expectation. That's my expectation. If they play up to their ceiling, I think they're a potential wild card.
Whoever would like to go next.
I'm just gonna be
Um,
Gabe. Go ahead. Gabe, go ahead.
I'll be straight up. I expect playoffs. I really do. I expect 10-7. Um, they have the talent, the offensive talent. The defense isn't half bad. And if we all say what if everyone says what we all think Caleb Williams is, that you all believe that he's the savior of this very cursed organization, and this organization is cursed. The Chicago Bears is cursed. You can't tell me otherwise. I expect 10-7. There's no reason with all this talent and everything you did to get rid of a quarterback who I believe should have never been thrown to the side to begin with.
I agree.
That y'all don't go 10-7. 10-7 gets you the playoffs in the NFC. At 10-7 challenges, the defense isn't half bad. You have probably the best wide receiving core in all of the NFL. Keenan Allen, um,
DJ
Roma
Moore.
DJ Moore and Roma Dunze. And you have DeAndre Swift. And you have Cole Kmet. And that offensive line is good. If they don't make the playoffs, I'm going to be very disappointed. Because then head needs to roll.
Unless Caleb Williams breaks a nail.
No. Unless Caleb Williams, God forbid, gets hurt, this team needs to go 10-7. Otherwise, everything they did to get rid of Justin Fields is just a waste of time.
Ryan, your thoughts before we move on?
I'm just gonna keep it simple. Yes, Caleb Williams is a rookie quarterback, but with that talent that they've brought in around him, like Gabe has said, like Joey has said, like you has said, that defense being as good as it is, I don't care what you think. You have. I might be bold saying this too, but I think you have to make the playoffs. Now, granted, I was originally going to come out and say you can compete for a division title, but they're not as good as Detroit, and they're not as good as Green Bay. So I'll hold my reservations on winning a division title, but I think if you look at the NFC, you should be able to compete for a playoff spot. Not that it won't be hard to do, but like you have the talent on both sides of the football. Now, granted, I haven't looked at their schedule in a couple weeks, so I don't know what their road's going to be like. But you have probably given Caleb Williams the best starting foundation I've seen from a rookie quarterback in
Going number one.
Absolutely.
going number one in quite a while.
I didn't want to be the one to say it. I really didn't want to because I felt like I would have been wrong if I said that. But I agree. You
Well,
just
and
gave
yeah,
the best quarterback in this draft. Probably, I'm not going to say some of the best starting out talent, but you just gave this guy. Not only did you draft another receiver with the ninth pick in Rome Odunze, who not surprised going top 10, 100%, not surprised.
Nope.
But on top of that, you have DJ Moore, who had himself a great season with Justin Fields as quarterback. Cole Kmet, who's a good tight end, to add Keenan Allen into the mix, and then DeAndre Swift to add him into the mix. You just gave Caleb Williams no excuse at this point. It's either you succeed or it's a bust. Simple as that. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to leave it at this, and we can move on. I say 10-7, 9-8 at the worst, and they barely make playoffs or they miss playoffs altogether. 9-8 at worst.
I will.
They're good. I feel like they'll be good for it. Their defense still slacks on the back end. Let's just be honest. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Their defense still slacks on the back end, but
Yes.
other than that, their offense looks good on paper. Definitely good.
I want to add one more thing, and I'm going to leave it at this. This is a big year. Yes, he's only in his third year. This is a big year for Matt Eberflus as head coach. Big year. Because you're bringing in Caleb. You've got the talent. All you got to do is go teach him how to play ball. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Realistically speaking.
Now, granted, do I like him? Yeah, he's all right. Would he be like my first choice? No. But Chicago's doing things. So we'll see where it goes.
All right. So of course, obviously, first 10 picks of this draft were offense heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You had 5 quarterbacks go in top 10. You had 3 receivers go top 10, and you had 2 offensive linemen go top 10. Probably the shock of the first round. I already know what everybody's thinking, but the shock of the first round. Everybody, I don't know about Joey, but I had Dallas Turner going to Atlanta at number 8.
So did I.
I had Dallas Turner from Alabama going at number 8 to Atlanta, but Atlanta somehow, some way,
messed it up.
I don't know why, but with the 8th pick in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft, they selected Michael Penix Jr. Now, I get it. Everybody had their first thought. They just paid Kirk Cousins $100 million for the next 4 years. But let's not
guaranteed. Forget trying to get out of it. You can't get out of it.
Guaranteed.
I saw something apparently after year 2, it's like something weird happens.
But let's not forget, Kirk Cousins is just coming off of an Achilles tear from last season.
Not good.
There is no guarantee that Kirk Cousins is going to be 100%. Granted that he is 39 years old.
He's old as shit.
39 years old in a new system, a new offense. There is no guarantee Kirk Cousins comes back and plays like Kirk Cousins.
No. There's no way.
So, with that being said, I understand why Atlanta made this pick after really sitting down and thinking about it, because at first, you're looking as a fan. Obviously, not all of us here NFL fans.
Mm-hmm.
We are fans of the game before our teams.
Hell yeah.
We're sitting here looking. They just drafted Michael Penix. What the fuck?
They could have picked Rome Odunze.
What is this about?
They could have picked Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner, any defender they wanted.
Let's be real. My grade on that pick it was going to be Dallas Turner.
Yep.
I had Dallas Turner. I feel like Atlanta's offense is okay. They just needed a quarterback to fit them. And I feel like Kirk Cousins, could he be the fit? He could. But granted, coming off the Achilles tear from last season, Kirk Cousins is very inconsistent, whatever you like to say. I don't care how you feel about it. He's very inconsistent. But that's a big upgrade from Desmond Ritter. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I got sick and tired of watching Desmond Ritter. That's just
You
me.
got traded for a slot receiver.
My point. So at the end of the day, as a fan, I didn't get it. But when you really sit down and think about it, let's think about it. Michael Penix is very talented, left-handed, very talented with the arm. Arm strength is outstanding. He's had we've seen what Michael Penix can do with talent on his team. I mean, let's be honest. Michael Penix, I'm not going to say Michael Penix is the reason, but Michael Penix is a strong factor as to why Roma Dunze was considered for Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
A strong consideration. Because let's be honest, if it was up to Chicago, Chicago was going to end up trading up to not only get Caleb, but to try to get Marvin Harrison Jr. as well. That's how aggressive Chicago was about to be. But they sat back and they realized, okay, Roman Dunze is very talented. And look at the quarterback he had. Let's pair him with Caleb Williams. We'll be fine. But there is a reason why Roma Dunze was considered for that second pick in that first round by Chicago, and it's Michael Penix Jr., and that's why Michael Penix Jr. got drafted before Roma Dunze. That's why. Now, again, granted, did I have Michael Penix Jr. going in the first round, let alone top 10? No, I did not.
Hell
But
no.
you have to admit, in the situations that Michael Penix Jr. has been in, with considering with his injury history, considering his story, he has made a way. This is the prime definition of making a way out of no way.
Mm-hmm.
The prime definition. And now Atlanta has their guy for the future. I feel like if you really stick to Penix and you really give him a chance and you really let him work, this is the guy for the future.
Agreed. I don't have a lot to say on it. Um, I I agree with what Ma just said. Just that he is the guy for the future. Yes, Cook Cousins' money is fully guaranteed. We get that. But like, I mean, he's 39 years old. You're paying him 4 years to come in and try and lead you to a playoff berth, a division title. You're not winning a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, you're just not. But like, I get what they're trying to do here. Theoretically. Now this is like the theoretical. Molly, you said this. We're football fans before we're fans of our team. From the football fan perspective, you're like, okay, they bring him in. He learns from Kirk Cousins. He gets some playing time in the preseason, in blowout, whatever. I mean, I don't know if they'll have any blowouts. I haven't seen their schedule either. But like, theoretically, you put him in a meeting room with Kirk Cousins, let him be a sponge, soak up the info, let him work, let him learn, let him develop, let him play. Then ideally, if you can, in like a year or two, possibly maybe let him compete for the starting job. I mean, like we said, Kirk Cousins is 39. He ain't getting any younger. And the thing that worries me about Kirk Cousins, he's never been a great quarterback. But what worries me more than anything else is that injury, that Achilles injury. Because that seems like that's an injury in football. And Molly, you can probably speak to this more so, and Joey, I know you can too, but that seems like, at least from my perspective, in football, you can re-injure an Achilles about as easy as like anything. Like if you hurt your Achilles, then you come back and try and play maybe a little sooner than you're supposed to. You can probably, you might not tear it again, but you could hurt yourself again, and obviously you're back to square one. I don't hate the pick. I understand it. but I just don't it's that it's the answer we were all kind of talking about when it happened was or like why, but like we know why,
Mhm.
but like I guess the only thing I can say is we'll see how it shakes out. It's kind of my final piece. We'll see how it shakes itself out. But if you're telling me you're going to depend on Kirk Cousins for four more full seasons in the NFL, I think you're fucking crazy. I think you're fucking crazy.
Absolutely. So obviously, we don't want to stagnant on the one topic, but the draft rankings. These are the 10 best teams. Now, we're going to play a little game here between Gabe, Joey, and Ryan. We're going to play a little game. Guess the first 5 best best drafts that teams have put together for this draft.
Ooh.
So
I
starting
can
at
tell you.
number 1,
I can tell you who's number one.
here's how we're going to do it. So, give me your 1 through 5 who you think had the best draft, and we'll see how many you get right.
Okay.
Joey, I'll let you go first.
Anybody
In
else go
order or
first?
just like
Anybody.
picking one?
In order, like who you
Oh
think
shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I know Philly's up there. Fuck, I don't
Okay.
know what number. So Philly, and I actually give credit. I know this team actually had a lot of picks. I actually give the Cardinals credit. Cardinals actually drafted some good talent.
Okay. So if you had to give me 1 through 5 right now, who you think
okay.
the best 5 draft classes?
Mm.
I'll go ahead. Let me go ahead and start this off. Number
ahead.
1 has to be the Bears.
Okay.
Crap. Damn. I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say number 2's the Rams.
Okay.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
Oh, I have another team.
Number 3, Cardinals. They didn't do too bad.
Okay.
Number 4. That's sneaky draft. The Eagles. They always have a damn sneaky draft.
Yes, they do.
So number 4.
I went to number 4. Number 5. Damn, this is difficult.
The Dolphins.
He's missing one that I'm gonna call.
The Dolphins.
This is all.
Depending on who you say for this one, I'll tell you how many you got right, but they're not in the right order.
I know. I don't know if that's the order I got, but I got another order once Gabe's done.
We'll go out on a limb here. It's not the Giants. We had an okay draft.
That's not.
Not the Giants. We had an okay draft. I'm gonna say the Dolphins, man.
Dolphins. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you. You said you had the Bears, the Cardinals. No. You said the Bears,
The Rams,
the Rams,
the Cardinals,
the Eagles, and the Rams.
No, had Bears, Rams, Cardinals, Eagles, Dolphins.
Oh, I got a better list than that.
You had 2 of those correct.
Okay.
Who does he have correct?
No, let's go through us, then Mario tell us.
Okay. Joey, you're up next.
All right. So.
Actually, no. Wrong. You had 3 of those correct, Gabe, but not in the right order.
Correct, not the right order. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say.
Let you sit on that. Because you were actually like, I didn't want to give it away, but I'm like okay, he had the idea. Okay.
So I'll say Eagles at 1.
Okay.
Because realistically, think about this. They got 2 corners who I rated 1A, 1B. With Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. They actually drafted pretty well for depth.
Cooper fell into your lap.
And I'll say this, and this is another one I thought he would say, thank God he didn't, and actually went back to go look. This class is already pretty fucking good. They drafted well. Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. They drafted Fatanu, Frazier, Peyton Wilson. They drafted some studs. Roman Wilson.
So we're
Um,
just gonna say. So if you're saying Philly and Pittsburgh, we're just gonna put Philly at 1 and then Pittsburgh at 2.
Pittsburgh at 2.
Okay.
Another team that actually had another good draft, honestly, and I give them credit. Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have a bad.
Um,
So number 3, Washington.
number 3,
Okay.
Washington.
4
Number
and 5.
4. Let me see. Let me go back. Number 4. Sure. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who got picked by who.
Not on. Gabe didn't even say
Cardinals,
the team. That's
honestly.
crazy. Okay, number 4, Cardinals.
Cardinals drafted some good talent.
Okay. Number 4 and then number 5.
Number 5. Let's see.
Number 5 would have to be one of the teams I know he's on. If you only have 2.
I know. I'm just honestly like I'm just going back because like realistically speaking, I know you said Chicago to me, but Chicago only drafted to me 2 guys that are could be for sure. And then they got a like I said, only thing I don't know, I forget his name, but I know they drafted a punter and then they drafted 2 developmental guys. But
punter.
they had Kiss Iowa. I'm gonna say I'm being honestly the Chiefs.
Okay. You had 3 right, not in the right order.
Oh shit.
Wait, okay, hold on. Let me make sure. You said Philly, number
Yes.
1. Pittsburgh, number 2.
Yes.
Number 3. You said the Cardinals?
He had the Commanders
Cardinals.
at 3.
Or
Oh,
the
Commanders
Cardinals
at 3.
at 4.
Commanders at 3, Cardinals at 4,
And then
the Chiefs
the
at
Kansas
5.
City Chiefs. I just saw the Chiefs draft. Holy shit.
You had 3 correct, not in the right order. Okay,
Oh,
Ryan.
fuck.
Okay. As much as I have been listening to the list,
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of go off of what I saw and what I know.
Okay.
I mean, if we're being realistic, I think the Bears had the best draft. If you're telling me you get Roma Dunze and Caleb Williams, both in the first round, you're built for the future, regardless of what they already had in free agency.
Right.
As much as I hate agreeing with Joey, God, that Eagles draft was so good.
So you're putting Philly number 1.
No, Bears are number 1, Philly's number 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
God,
hold on.
like,
Breaking news.
was it the Cade Cunningham news?
No,
Oh,
not
he got a
that.
bag.
Chris Paul has signed with the Spurs.
Oh shit.
Oh. Okay.
And Jonas
Yeah, he's never getting a ring.
They just gave him 1 year.
Wait.
They gave Chris Paul 1 year, $11 million.
Wait, what about Jonas?
And Jonas Valanciunas has signed with the Wizards for 3 years, $30 million.
That's disgusting.
Well,
Why would you want to go to Washington?
Him into 5 and then Sar at the 4.
And I didn't realize the free agency began tonight.
Yeah, it's been. We'll get into that when we get into our NBA stuff.
We'll definitely get into that. For
sure. Let me think. So I've got Bears at 1, Eagles 2. You know what? This might be an unpopular pick. Give me the Rams at 3. The only reason I like the Rams at 3 is, yes, I am a Penn State fan at heart, but man, adding Blake Corum to that running back room, oh baby, you're asking for some fun. Okay.
So we got Bears at 1.
Yep.
Philly at 2.
Yep. Rams at 3.
Rams at 3. What about 4?
You know what? This is gonna be weird. Give me the Cardinals at 4. You want to know why? Yes, they drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. But you know what this tells me, big picture? It tells me, as much as people are shitting on them, they still believe in Kyler Murray. Now, granted, right? You're expecting Marvin Harrison Jr. to come in right away, essentially be the guy, which is fine. But like, I still think that defense last year wasn't awful. They won some games they probably had no business winning, and granted, Kyler was hurt most of the year. He's fully healthy now, correct? I hope so. For at least Cardinals fans' sake.
Kyle Murray?
Yeah, he's fully healthy now, right? Okay.
He's going to be.
My last pick. Oh god damn it. I can't get on board with Joey and put my Dolphins in this conversation here.
I never said your Dolphins.
Who did?
Gabe.
Oh, Gabe did. Gabe, I can't get on board with Gabe's pick of my Dolphins. Yes, I like the picks of Chop and Jalen Wright, but like, I wanted to see more. You know what? I found it. I found the team that I'm going to put at number 5. The team I'm going to put at number 5, and I probably should have had them higher on my list, but I don't. Give me the Washington Commanders at 5. Because you add Jaden Daniels, you add Jazon Newton, you add Sandra Still, who's nasty, you add fucking Luke McCaffrey in the 3rd round, and you add Javante Jean-Baptiste out of Notre Dame in the 7th. That's a good draft. But those are my 5.
Okay.
I I actually thought kind of hard about this. I was gonna put the Bills in there, but I'm like, the Bills, fuck them.
So give me your final 5.
My
so I can
final
make sure.
5. I've got the Bears at 1, the
Okay.
Eagles at 2, the
Okay.
Rams at 3, the Cardinals
Okay.
at 4, and the Commanders at
Okay.
5.
You had 3 correct,
Duh.
none in the right order.
I figured as much. Okay, let's hear the order. That's the best part.
The final top 5
Mm-hmm.
for the best draft classes in order, starting at number 1. The Pittsburgh Steelers were graded
I
with
knew
an
they were
A.
close.
That doesn't shock me at all.
They're graded with an A with
That's a-
7 draft picks.
That's a
They
great
ended
draft
up
pick.
taking Troy Fatanu from Washington,
Give it to
Zach
me.
dog.
Frazier from West Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
Roman Wilson, wide receiver from Michigan,
I
and
forgot they
Peyton
got
Wilson,
Roman Wilson.
Yep.
Peyton Wilson from NC State,
Oh, he's a dog.
Mason
Mason McCormick.
Mason, yeah.
from South Dakota State, Logan Lee from Iowa, and Ryan Watts from Texas.
I like that. That Ryan Watt pick, the sneaky pickup. Number
2, the Chicago Bears were graded at an A with
That
5
doesn't
draft
shock
picks.
me.
Obviously, we know who they took. Not really a surprise here. Number 3, everybody kept putting y'all kept putting them at number 1. The Philadelphia Eagles were drafted with a grade A as well,
That's a
with
great
9
draft.
draft picks.
I mean, you had Cooper. I mean,
Cooper DeJean in round 2.
Cooper DeJean fell into your lap. Like, did you move for him at all? I don't.
Yo, well, we
think
traded up for him.
so.
We
Oh, that's
definitely
right, you
traded up
did.
for him because I
Yeah.
fucking lost my shit.
I'm going to be completely honest. I say put Philly at number 1.
I agree.
That's just me.
You know who? I'm looking at the draft class right now, Ma, and those 2 names that are not cornerbacks that stick out to me. You've got the 2 kids from Clemson. You've got Will Shipley in the 4th, and you've got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in the 5th. And not to be overshadowed, I forgot they picked up Johnny Wilson out of Florida State in the 6th round.
One thing I will say, and I told this to Ryan after the draft, I've never seen my team draft so many players who I actually said I would love to pick.
I remember that.
When I said I think we might have to trade up for Quavion, he fell to us. And I was like, and Ryan's telling me, yo, your boy Cooper's on the board. I was like, bro, I'm gonna fucking scream like a whole girl if we get Cooper.
And you
If I
felt like
had
a
to
whole
die,
girl.
oh, I really did. I fucking lost my mind. And then I told Ryan, I was like, yo, what if at some point we really end up drafting Trouter? And then don't we know, later around 5, we draft Trouter. I'm like, holy shit. So I was happy. I was like a kid on Christmas.
Number 4, nobody said this team for the top 5, which I don't blame you, but at the same time, looking at this draft, it definitely, I definitely like it. I don't blame them. The Chargers were ranked with a grade A with 9 picks.
Oh yeah, the Joe Alt pick.
Picking up 3 receivers in the draft. Lad McConkey, Brendan Rice, and Cornelius Johnson from Michigan.
Cornelius Johnson, sneaky.
So, very sneaky draft for the Chargers. And number 5, y'all kept putting them so higher. The Arizona Cardinals were graded an A- with 12.
They drafted some
That
studs,
doesn't shock me.
but they had like 212 picks.
Yeah.
So y'all got 3 of the teams right, but y'all just weren't putting them in the right order.
That's fine.
I'm lucky shocked the Commanders wasn't up there higher.
Yeah,
Their draft was
I agree.
filthy, dude. The Commanders draft was filthy.
The Commanders actually fell. I'll give you a number right now. Actually, bonus. Can you guess what rank they actually fell at?
Okay,
I'm looking
so
at it
they're
right
not in
now.
they're not in the top 5 since that kind of low key pisses me off a little bit.
13.
No, that's high.
You think
13.
I'll
so?
say I think they had one of the better drafts personally. To me, don't get me
Whoa,
wrong.
whoa!
They
You
got
just said my number was too high, but I said 13.
13. That's kind
I'm
of
going to be
high.
completely honest with you. Not top 10.
That doesn't shock me.
What?
No, that doesn't shock me. Yes, it was a good draft, but it wasn't like it's
Like,
not a fucking.
okay, I'll say, damn. Um, not top 10. And Mar would have said if your answer was right or wrong. I'm gonna say, damn. I'll say Commanders 17.
Close. Gabe,
Oh shit.
20.
you were closer. 21.
Damn.
21 ranked draft class for the Commanders.
Wow.
That's
So now that you guys know the top 5, and now that you know where the Commanders are, who rounds out the top 10?
Can
the
I?
draft.
I have a couple teams that I'm curious about.
Okay.
Lord.
Does
6,
San
7,
Francisco
8.
make the top 10?
No, they did not.
no.
I thought they had a decent draft.
They overdrafted
So-
Ricky Parasol.
Oh, of course they
So
did,
what?
but like,
So now that you know the top 5, now that you know where the Commanders are, I need 6, 7, 8,
8.
9, and 10.
Okay.
please, for the love of God, don't tell me
Um,
the Bills made the top 10.
No, they did not.
Thank God. I would have lost my shit.
So that's another team. So now that you know the top 5 and the Commanders and the Bills are not top 10, I still need 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Still, the Steelers had to have made the top 10.
Yeah, they were number 1.
Oh, they were 1. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, can I start this off?
Yeah,
Give
go
it
ahead,
to me,
Gabe.
Gabe. Pause.
Let's start this off. 6. The Bills.
No.
No, the Bills are not top 10.
Really?
Yes,
that
I
again.
just said the Bills.
Try that again, brother.
Oh,
They're not top 10.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna go on a limb here.
You already went on a limb.
Yeah, I'm already on a limb. Six. Too many Cowboys. I feel like this
Cowboys
one
are
picked it.
6. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
oh, I think I
Number
may have a sleeper once Gabe's on.
Did Denver make the top 10 with Bo Nix,
No,
Jonah
they
Ellis, and
didn't.
Troy Franklin? That was a good draft, though. And you've got Audric
Ooh.
Estime. That's not a
Oh
bad
god,
draft.
Hold on. Wait.
Wait,
Since you
Give me a
mentioned
second.
them,
Let me revise that.
Wait. Since you mentioned them, wild guess. Guess where the Broncos ended up.
Don't. Are they 10?
Nope.
are they in the bottom?
Close to it.
Oh god.
What?
A lot of look.
You
Now
didn't need to
I can
draft a
understand. I can
quarterback,
understand to
though.
an extent because Bo Nix a tad bit older, and then like I
This
said,
whole
I didn't
draft class
necessarily
is
have a.
old.
Like I said, I didn't have a round one grade.
Wild guess. Here we go. Wild guess.
27.
Nope.
So there's. Let me think. Off the top of my head,
Oh,
I'll say 20. Let's see. On top of my head.
I have another team for the top 10 while Joey's thinking about Denver.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think.
Tell me
on
the
top of my head.
Lions made the top 10, right?
Nope.
You've
Can I
got
just
to
get
be fucking kidding me.
Give me your top 10 game. We're gonna make this
Okay.
quick. Give me your top 10.
6.
Give me your final 10. Final 5.
Colts.
So 6 you said the Colts.
7. I'm thinking yes. Yeah, I think it's the Raiders.
Okay.
8. My New York football Giants.
Bleh.
Okay.
9. The Jaguars.
They had a
Okay.
good draft.
And 11. The Rams. 10. The Rams. Okay, 10. I don't know why I said 11.
10 are the Rams.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have mine already.
You were perfect until you said the Rams.
Oh,
Damn.
So at 6, it's the Colts at an A minus. 7 is the Raiders with an A minus. 8 is your Giants, A minus. 9, the Jags, and
I
10.
have a feeling I can guess 10.
What's 10?
So it's between two teams, honestly, and I'll say this right now. It's gonna be an AF or I'm gonna say it's an AFC team. I'm gonna say right now because I think they actually had a decent draft.
It is.
Mm. Oh, not the Jaguars. No, it's fuck. Who the fuck am I thinking of? And the only reason why I know this is because I actually rated their draft decently high. Um, Bengals.
There it is.
There
That's
it
the top
is.
10.
Fucking
The
go.
Bungles.
That's the top 10. So Colts at number 6. I think they had a very decent draft. They ended up getting in the first round. They got Latu from
He's gonna be a
UCLA.
stud.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be very good. They ended up getting Adonai Mitchell
A.D.
in
Mitchell.
the
Love A.D.
second
Mitchell.
round, which is a big steal in my opinion. I think that
Mm-hmm.
was probably the biggest steal in my opinion.
Who, A.D.
I don't really
Mitchell?
like this Raiders class. I don't really like it. I mean,
I'm
Uh,
Brock
not gonna lie.
Bowers.
Outside of the reach for Bowers, but Bowers is good talent.
Yeah,
Bowers, you could play guard center.
yeah,
Glaze, guard tackle. Richardson, I had him rated as a nickel.
yeah.
Tommy Eckenberg, he was a little bit older, but injured a little bit on and off.
Right.
The last two picks, the last three necessarily, is like,
Yeah.
pretty much drafted a
The
Danny Woodhead late.
Giants had a decent draft class with Malik Neighbors up top.
I love Malik
Yep.
Neighbors.
The Jags had a very decent draft class with Brian Thomas up top,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yep.
Bengals had a nice little draft class put together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. They got some big boys. No Diddy.
So I'm gonna give you guys the rest of the teams just to make it kind of, quick and easy on us.
Mm-hmm.
So Gabe had it. He put them at 10, but they're really at 11. So you were very close, Gabe.
Damn.
Damn.
Rams at 11.
I love that
Yep.
draft class.
Chiefs were ranked 12.
That doesn't shock
Okay.
me.
The Patriots were ranked 13.
That's not too bad.
Really?
And
Interesting.
Seattle ranked 14.
I actually had them higher.
And then the Jets were ranked 15. And I'm going to just go name.
All
So
I know is the Jets drafted one of my favorite guys I wanted late, but not really
So-
late, early, but
From ranked 16 down,
Mm-hmm.
this was the final 16. So from rank 16 going down, the Lions, the Ravens, the Texans, the Titans, the Browns, the Commanders, the Dolphins, the Packers, the Broncos, the Saints, the 49ers, the Buccaneers, the Vikings, the Bills, the Panthers, the Cowboys, and last but not least, the Falcons.
Gabe Venezuela just scored. Fuck.
oh Lord.
So obviously, these draft classes are, they're
humbug.
bah humbug, but
Yep.
at the end of the day, I cannot wait to see these guys take the field,
Mm-hmm.
showcase their talents, because this is going to be a very interesting season. I'm
Oh,
calling
easily.
it right now. So now that we've wrapped that up, the NBA season has finally ended. Thank the Lord, it finally ended.
It was a long season.
A long
Felt
season,
like a long season, I should say.
but probably the funniest season ever.
Oh, it
in
was
my
funny.
But of course, in the end, it was the team that I had to begin with winning, even though I don't fucking like them.
I don't either.
The Boston Celtics will
Same.
hang up banner number 18,
That
ending the
shit's
tie
wild.
of most championships in NBA history. They beat the Dallas Mavericks. series was 4-1.
That series was
Correct?
boring as shit, is what it was.
Probably the most boring series. Probably the most boring series, but obviously, um, some things that need to be said, in my opinion. First things first, Tatum is still not proven.
Nope.
Still not. I don't care what you have to say about it.
Got more
Jason
questions than
Tatum,
answers.
Jason Tatum is a very good player when he wants to be.
Jalen Brown won
That's
MVP, yes? Finals
Yeah.
MVP? I thought so.
yes.
Jalen Brown's a dog.
Jalen Brown, this is officially so look, so a couple things that need to be said. Um Jason Tatum's still not proven. This is officially Jalen Brown's team. Kristaps Porzingis was the difference maker in this series.
Yeah, when he finally
Um,
got on the court.
Luka was alone by himself, and Kyrie is a liability.
Well,
I don't
man.
want to hear
Hold on, wait.
anything that you
Hold
have
on.
to
I
say.
disagree with your statement about Kyrie.
I
Hold on.
don't care. We can look it up right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly why Kyrie is a liability.
Because they don't
This
like
is
to
why.
pass the ball. Why?
The reason why no, not even that. The reason why Kyrie is a liability is because of the sole fact that when Dallas needed him the most,
He didn't show up,
he didn't
obviously.
perform.
Nope.
In an elimination game, Kyrie Irving shot 5 for 16 from the field.
Yeah, that's awful.
5 for 16 from. Let me say that again. 5 for 16 from the field with
Missed 11
15
shots.
points, with 15 points in 41 minutes
That's
in an
not good.
elimination game. You mean to tell me one of the best offensive-minded point guards in NBA history only scored 15 points in 41 minutes in an elimination game?
Gabe, I hate to admit it, but he's right.
But we want to keep talking about Klay Thompson shot 0 for 10 in an elimination game. Let's talk about
I
Kyrie
forgot
Irving.
about that. That was funny.
Let's talk about Kyrie Irving. Why is that and this is not to go against Kyrie Irving. This is not to shame Kyrie Irving. This is not to disrespect Kyrie Irving nor discredit Kyrie Irving. But why is it that everybody praises Kyrie Irving? They praise him. Oh, Kyrie Irving's the best offensive point guard ever to touch the NBA.
No, he's not. Stop it.
But I don't see it. I don't. But you know why? You know why I don't see it? It's because ever since he left Cleveland, I don't know about you guys. He's had his good games in Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been on a decline ever
God,
since.
that whole Brooklyn experiment was a fucking
He's
disaster.
been on a decline ever since he's left Cleveland. Has anybody not noticed that?
No,
There's a
you're not
reason
wrong.
why. There's a reason why everywhere Kyrie Irving goes, he completely ruins it. There's a reason why everywhere Kyrie Irving goes, they don't get far.
Did
This is
he
probably
even
the
last a full
farthest-
season in Boston?
Huh?
Was he there for a full season? Like, did he play a full season when he was in Boston?
Yeah,
now?
he did.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
It just didn't seem like it. I don't know
But
why.
my thing is, everywhere that Kyrie Irving goes, somehow, some way, the team just not able to win.
Mm-hmm.
And when Kyrie Irving was needed the most, listen to this. Game 1, he shot 6 for 19 in 36 minutes played. Take with that as you will. Game 2, he shot 7 for 18 in 41 minutes played. Now, game 3, he had a very good game. He dropped 35 points on 13 for 28 shooting. Congratulations. The very next game, 21 points, 10 for 18 shooting in 30 minutes played. Okay. And Dallas beat them by what? 38 points?
Oh, it was a
Fine.
blowout.
The elimination game, 15 points, 5 for 16 shooting in 41 minutes played. Meanwhile, Luka was fighting for his life, dropping at least 20, 25 points a game. Shooting wasn't that great, but Luka was still finding a way to score at least 25 points a game. There is a reason why when everybody says something about Kyrie Irving, I don't take it seriously. There's a reason why. This is the reason why. This is why Kyrie Irving will never. I'm sorry. I don't think he'll never see another ring in his life.
Probably not.
I don't think he'll see
I
another
agree.
ring in his life, in his career. And I hate to say that because I love Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite players. But this is not the Kyrie Irving that I know. The Kyrie Irving that I know was dropping 30 points a game in every elimination game he played. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a reason why he was dropping so many points. There's
Venezuela
a
scored
reason why
again.
he was playing to his full potential in those games. And there's only one reason I can think of. There's only one man that I can tell you why he played to his full potential.
LeBron James.
That was LeBron James. LeBron James is going to make you play to your full potential. And that's exactly what Kyrie did. He played to his full potential. But ever since then, ever since he left LeBron, ever since he left Cleveland, Kyrie has played some very good games, But he has not played to his full potential. And I don't
Nope.
think he will play to his full potential ever again. Solely because of the sole fact, because he thought he was big and bad, because he won a ring with LeBron James, because he probably made, the greatest shot to ever live in the NBA Finals history.
Was that the one over Steph Curry?
Right. I just feel like Kyrie Irving is a liability now. And I hate to say it, but he's a liability now. And that's all I have to say. I don't know what you have to say, what you guys have to say, but be my guest.
I'm gonna just go out and say this on a limb too. As much as we talk about Kyrie, I think we also got to have a very deep conversation on Luka Doncic. That was probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen from a superstar. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was. Oh, shoot, where the hell I go? Hello?
Yeah, you're still
Mhm.
here. Hello.
Okay, yeah, it just got OD silent for a second. I, he disappointed me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, he, I've seen superstars pop and cry and act like little girls, but he was just doing too much. Like if there was a definition of doing too much, I would point to that whole finals for Luka Doncic. I felt like he never got going, and maybe that's due to the fact that Kyrie didn't show up.
Was he hurt too?
I don't think I don't think he was I don't think he
I
was
thought he
hurt,
was dealing with something.
but I mean, shoot, he was dealing with the fact that he was by his damn self. But it was just I don't know. I expected more from Luka this final. When
I
I
think
first
we
saw
all
the
did.
matchup, when I first saw the matchup, I was like, okay, I feel like this team could give the Celtics some problems, but it just seemed like, when the world needed him most, he vanished. You know, getting fouled out, arguing with refs, um, not playing defense. It's just so many things, trying to think he could win a finals by himself. I don't care who you are. I've never seen a superstar win a finals by himself. Someone else usually has to show up. Um, Albeit it was supposed to be Kyrie, but I just felt like his game is so much predicated on me, me, me. When you get to a situation like the NBA Finals, it usually crashes and burns. Hence why hence why AI never won a chip. His game was predicated on me, me, me. I could go down the list. Carmelo never won a chip. We can go down the list of superstars. There's a whole list of superstars who their game is all predicated about me and nobody else, and they don't have a chip to this thing. And I hope Luka figures it out. I really do because I think he does deserve a chip. But this game is not forgiving, and I feel like if he continues playing the way that he does, and doesn't try to get his other guys more involved and stop trying to take over games by himself, because you can get away with that in the regular season. You can even get away with that in playoffs to a certain extent. But when we get to the finals and everything slows down and it's possession by possession and teams start to key on you more, you know, it can go left. And third place in the Celtics, they've made Luka Doncic look normal. That was probably the worst performances I've ever seen of Luka Doncic. And hopefully he learns from this, and hopefully they get another shot to come back and win this chip. But I don't know if they will. I feel like the West is just going to get better. The Thunder, I think they're going to learn from their experience. The Warriors are looking like they're about to retool from Steph Curry's last swan song. Who knows what the Lakers are going to do? The Nuggets, you expect them to be in and around in the mix. So I feel like it's going to get more difficult for them. And when certain teams reach that point where if they don't win it this year, they're not going to win it at all. I think we might have reached that point. When we look back in a couple of years, I think we might have reached that point with the Mavs. But I mean, I have my issues with that whole pairing of Kyrie and Luka to begin with. But for the sake of time, I'm gonna pass it off to Ryan.
I didn't know. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't watch a lot of this NBA Finals just because I'm not the biggest NBA fan in the entire world. Now, granted, I will say this is the most NBA I've watched in an entire season that I have in like 6-7 years. I feel like not that this series was predictable, but I feel like with the way Dallas kind of wore themselves out throughout the playoffs, playing probably longer series than they should have, I feel like it didn't set them up well to be rested and or healthy going into the NBA Finals against Boston. Now, granted, obviously Boston was okay without Porzingis, and I know he played a little bit in the finals. He played well. I know he just recently had surgery. I guess whatever he's got going on with like a leg or something was pretty fucking serious. So I'm glad he got that taken care of. I never saw like how much time he's gonna miss or whatever. But I agree with what Mar said kind of when we started this whole conversation about the NBA Finals, is that Jason Tatum is still. What'd you say, Mar? You say he was unproven? Is that what you said?
I feel like he's unproven.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean,
I can agree with that.
we were expecting him to be the one to be like, hey,
He's a fraud.
let me put this team on my back and let me take this team to a title. And as it turns out, it was his compadre, Jaylen Brown, who won Finals MVP. But now I will say this. They have some of the best role players I think we've seen since
in a long time.
What was the series? What year was that series? I know the Warriors didn't win that series against the Cavs, but that team was really good. With Livingston, with Iguodala, with like all those guys. Like that was a role players team too. But like you've got so many guys under contract for like the next whatever amount of years. I know they haven't re-signed Derek White yet, and I know they're probably going to. But I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see what that roster looks like going forward. Go ahead, Gabe.
I had nothing to say. I was just adding in on what you were saying. I think it's Joey.
Oh.
Like I said, I know I'm a Tatum guy. Was I expecting a bit more? Yes, because I also did follow him in Duke, and I wanted him to come to Philly originally, and Celtics played the fuck out of the Sixers and the Lakers for Tatum to fall. But outside of people not be fully happy with Tatum, they have to be happy with the reemergence of Jaylen Brown. Because everyone throughout that regular season is like, oh, if they had to do the whole comparing, oh, Jason Tatum is the Batman to Jaylen Brown's Robin. Like, I mean, the playoffs, it looked opposite. I'll say that right now. Jaylen Brown gave him that up and down stank face look saying, who the fuck you calling Robin? I'll be written. Gavin Martin knows what I'm talking about. What I mean by that stink ass look face. He's like, motherfucker, I ain't no fucking Robin. And he was fucking. Once I saw him absolutely balling throughout the whole series, I'm like, oh, fuck. He about to. I don't like when Boston wins. I'm not. Because like I said, I'm a Philly fan, but like, hey, that team was on a mission this year. So I'll congratulate them. And like I said, they got some good depth coming in. They still got Holiday, Derek White. They'll figure out Porzingis. Like I said, thing with Porzingis, he's got to stay healthy. But when he was healthy with that lineup, that team looked pretty fucking good. So right now, they're probably going to be the contender to potentially come out of the East again until further notice happens with free agency and everything else. But yeah, I'm hoping that when it comes to New Year, Tatum does show out in the playoffs. This will come in the new season.
All right. Well, again, I feel like, and I'm gonna try to do my best to go into detail here. Um, Tatum is not a fraud. I wouldn't say he's a fraud. He can be a fraud, but I'm not going to label Jason Tatum as a fraud
He's not fraud level yet.
because there's been times where Jason Tatum has definitely delivered whenever Boston needed him to do such. However, Jason Tatum is 6'10", which creates a lot of mismatches because not only can he move like a guard, but he's tall like a four. Like a four. He can move like a guard. He can also finish at the rim. You're 6'10".
What a save
Go
by the
finish
Ecuadorian
at
goalkeeper.
the
Oh my
rim.
lord.
Go. No. You are 6'10". Go finish at the rim. Why are you doing turnaround fadeaways? Why are you doing step back jumpers? Why are you doing sidestep jumpers? Why are you doing all of this extra stuff? Go to the paint. There's not a soul that's guarding you on Dallas.
Yeah.
Nobody is guarding you. Not Luka, not Kyrie. You might as well chalk PJ Washington. Not Daniel Gafford.
Nope.
Not Derek Jones Jr.
Not
Not
Kristaps.
not not Derek Lively. Nobody is guarding you. Go
Nope.
to the rim.
Yeah.
You're 6'10". Why are you doing step back after step back after step back after step back, turnaround after turnaround
Yeah.
after stop.
Go to the basket.
Go to the rim. Finish at the rim. I promise you, Tatum would be a lot more consistent if he just finished at the rim.
I agree.
Let the jump shots come to you. Let the jump shots be natural. But no, you want to force them when you don't have to. That's all I'm saying. However, Jaylen Brown has single-handedly proven the entire world that he is just as important to this team as Jason Tatum is.
I agree.
Just as important. Of course, um, like Joey said, the whole, sidekick thing, the whole Robin thing. Jaylen Brown took that seriously. He took that personally. Because Jaylen Brown, before the season began, if y'all don't remember, Jaylen Brown was granted a supermax for the next 5 years. We're roughly around 350 million. There's a reason why Jaylen Brown got paid that money. This was the year. This was the year to prove why he got paid that money, and he did exactly that. And I could do nothing but applaud Jaylen Brown, because not only did you get paid that money, you showed the organization, you showed the world, you showed us as fans why you deserve to be paid that money, and that you are just as important of a part to this team as much as Jason Tatum is. I can't do nothing but bow my head, tip my cap, and applaud you, Jaylen Brown, for what you did this year. now that that's over, Major League Baseball. God, I have not watched a lick of baseball. I haven't.
Are we
I'm
going to
just gonna
talk
be honest.
anything about the NBA draft and free agency, or do we want to save that for
I
another
mean,
episode?
do we really have to?
I'd rather not.
That draft was terrible.
Can we talk free agency for like 2 seconds?
Klay Thompson is on his way out of Golden State,
Did you guys see
and
Cade Cunningham is going to get a
where's he
5-year?
going?
Cade
He's
Cunningham got
not.
paid
He
out
got
the
paid.
ass.
Let me
He
see
got
where I can
paid.
find it. Yeah.
Detroit, they knew they had to overpay his ass to want to keep him in Detroit, bro.
Cade
They overpaid.
Cunningham is signing a. What was that number? Hang on, I want to find it. Hold on. It's a big number.
Go to the NBA news one.
Yeah, KCP.
I saw it. If you can't find it.
You.
So he signed a 5-year, $226 million max contract extension. Holy shit!
With the Pistons, yeah.
Well, that was the only way they're gonna keep. He's gonna stay because the way they looking. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take that team to rebuild.
I haven't watched any MLB. Well, that's not true. It's not that I've watched any. I've watched some. The Phillies are kind of doing their thing. The Mets are kind of doing their thing, losing, then winning, then losing, then winning. Then Grimace did his thing.
The Yankees aren't looking bad.
The 14 and 13 in the month of June, Joey. I don't want to talk about it.
Wyatt Langford.
He's a homer shy of the cycle right now.
Homer shy.
Yeah.
He just homered.
What the fuck? Wyatt Langford just hit for the cycle.
A 3-run bomb.
Let's go, Wyatt Langford. Love that. Let's go. Oh my God, they're beating the shit out of the Orioles. 11-2. And they're still 9 games below 500.
I just feel like this baseball season has
it's been boring as shit.
Been boring.
Boring as shit. Maybe the deadline will spice some shit up.
Last year was very great.
Oh, it's fun.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every single bit of it. I need to see something because I haven't. When I tell you I haven't made a bet on any baseball whatsoever this year.
Oh, I have.
This season's been so boring.
It's been so boring.
Yeah.
I mean,
the stars aren't showing up. Like, at the highlight of the Mets season is Grimace.
I'll say this too. Even though I'm a diehard Phillies fan and we got currently playing some of our best baseball I've seen in years, that's just the season alone just feels so fucking slow and boring.
Yeah, I agree.
And they came back and won today, and they were down like 6-2, and they came back and won 7-6. But still, like it just seems like yes, I'm excited how we're playing, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, a win's a win. I'm happy we're winning, but like I got like no type of like hippie hooray type of energy towards it, but like
yeah.
It's like every team right now. Every team that should be playing well
is not
playing like
well.
crap.
Yep.
And you have a select few teams that are playing well, and it's like it's a battle of the men.
Mhm.
I'll
have much for baseball season.
We can move on, but just shout out to Grimace, man.
Shout out to Grimace, damn. Joey, do you have anything on 303? I mean, we've been going for an hour and almost hour 10 minutes now.
To sum that up, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter at JoeDFS Betting, I do a thing with Pub Sports where I pick my most confident fighter. I'm currently now on a 2-fight winning streak on it.
What are you overall with that? Like 2-1? 3-0?
Yeah, I'm
2-1
now.
2-1, 3-1?
I'm 2-1 now.
Hell yeah.
I started off with the first fighter was Garrett Armfield. He fought for my money, but unfortunately the fight didn't go my way. The second fight I had Renat Bakardinov. He won by a close decision, and then I got called so many names for this next one for my last win. For one, if anyone doesn't know me, I usually don't bet female fighters just because I can't get it right. But that was one of my more confident ways of her winning, just her winning in general. And I told Gabe who my flag fighter was. I told everyone, I was like, yo, this is my flag fighter. I had people call me crazy, delusional, and look the fuck happened. She gave one of the most nastiest cuts I've ever seen on a woman's eye above her eyebrow. That was gross. And now there's a little break. I get to relax from it, don't worry too much, and
What
then
are we
after
off
the
till? Like
4th
the
of July
middle of?
weekend,
Is it the middle of July?
yeah, I think it's like a couple fight night
It's
cards,
late
and
July.
Okay, perfect.
I'm fine with that. Get a little break, but I'm gonna try to get my win streak going. I want to get up there more.
Yeah, I think about the card real quick. For those who don't know, it's International Fight Week. International Fight Week is usually the flagship event for the UFC. Um, we were supposed to get McGregor versus Chandler.
That didn't
Then
happen.
we were supposed to get Jamal Hill. Then we were supposed to get Jamal Hill versus somebody else. Then we ended up getting this beauty of a main event: Yuri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Um, we also saw the first co-main be changed on the spot. Dan Ige,
I remember that.
um, Dan Ige boy, what?
Wow,
That's
Dan Ige's a bad. I'm gonna say he a bad motherfucker. Fuck what anybody. Fuck what you heard. I know Max Holloway's up there, but that man was at a damn massage appointment like 3.5 hours before, and then his coach called him and said, "Yo, there was a insane thing with Brian Ortega. How you feeling?" He's like, "Well, it's got a massage, but I could be there in about 30 minutes." They had to actually make sure both guys weighed at or at least around the weight of 165, a catch weight.
Didn't he?
Wow.
Didn't he weigh in at like 164, something like that?
Yeah, I think it was like 164 and some change, even maybe. But yeah, they had to make sure that both guys were weighed in. And I give it to Lopes. Lopes a bad dude too. Like first, it was supposed to be the fight was supposed to be 145 Ortega. Ortega's like, yo, I can't make it at 4 a.m. The night of the weigh-in, the following day, 4 a.m. Yo, I can't make it. Can we do 150? He couldn't make 150. 150 turns to 155. And then even after weigh-ins, like Gabe could tell you during the face-offs, Ortega looked like he didn't want to be there. And I
he
have a
looked like he
feeling
had a
after the whole face-offs, I can guarantee that. So I have a feeling they said, "Oh, it's a few hours." I have a feeling some texts were definitely in the looks like, "Yo, like, man, Ortega look like." Nah, I'm saying that. I'm not saying to be a dick, but realistically speaking, his overall glow looked like shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I'll tell you right now, if he would have fought, I think Lopes would have absolutely ran the fuck through.
He looked like he had a horrible cut.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all. He was like Joe Rogan asked him a question. He's like, "So how you feel about this fight?" And then why you feel like you had to change the weight. He really didn't even properly answer neither question. All he was, and this is my tone. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just ready." I'm like, "Bitch, you ain't ready, bro. Stop your lying." He sound terrible. Like, good thing they did replace him, and more props to Ige. Ige had his moments in that fight. If Ige might have had a full camp, that might have been, very closer.
But I just saw him say, for those who don't know, when you have a very horrible weight cut, uh, your body is very fatigued, and you usually get sick. Usually, your body's very fatigued and tired, you get sick, and you're mentally screwed. You're like your head is not all the way there because you did all this stuff to get down to this weight. Your body's sore, you feel like crap. You might be sick. As I wouldn't be surprised. That's why he had the fever because that horrible cut. Because usually a bad cut. Usually it's one of the symptoms is a virus of some kind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I saw him on the scale, I was like, okay, I'm playing Lopez by knockout. And I'm putting him in my DFS lineup.
Just know it was also like a later fight addition because how the whole card was new. So who knows what Ortega was fully doing? But I think at the same time, and it was even reports even after the fight got accepted. Ortega's like, yeah, man, this fight's my last one at 45. I'm permanently moving up to 55, which I don't know why. Because realistically speaking, let's say if he did show Lopes that there was levels if he came in healthy, which is always a possibility. He could have came in, showed him, yo, kid, you're good, but there's levels. He was honestly maybe one win away for even being a title fight contender. He was already ranked in the top 4. But after this, I don't know what the fuck he's going to do at 55. And
I don't know what he's gonna do at 55.
but
I don't know
Lopes is him, though. Lopes is him.
would hope that Ortega fights real soon. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, just screwed over a bunch of people. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Apparently Dana White. I think Dana White paid both the men handsomely.
Oh,
For the show.
they got paid up the ass, dude. Especially Ige.
And apparently they both wanted. Ige wanted to fight Spear.
Yep, I
And
saw that.
Diego Lopez wants a top five opponent at the Spear. So
Oh, I did. I saw another report. Apparently, I saw for Ige that which he took it, but I also heard I probably shouldn't even. I'll say it real quick. I'll sum it up. If Ige was to win, from what I actually heard, if he, especially the huge ass favor that he did for this card, apparently he got promised, hey, if you beat this kid, we'll give you a title shot. That's what everything I fucking heard. They said if you win this fight, for you doing this huge thing, we will give you a title. We don't give a fuck about your rank. They were saying that he'd get a title shot. And that means you're telling me he gets a title shot over Max? Or maybe that he gets the winner, maybe, but like, hey, that's a huge favor. If he do a done and done, phew.
but I'm not gonna stay long on that co-main because that co-main was all right. There was a lot of people that got dropped on that card, but my favorite drop of the night was Alex Poatan Pereira.
That's a bad motherfucker, man.
A little short story here. So after I placed all my bets on Poatan, I had $50 in my bankroll. I walked out to the bank laughing with $320. Betting on the co-main and the Peloton knockout. I think Peloton might be. Is Peloton reaching GOAT status?
I think he is, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
because, like, think about it, when he came in, I think he had under, like, 4 fights, and people were questioning him. Even after his first fight, he won. Yeah, he starts out slow. He's low volume. Is he actually even that good? And outside his one loss to fucking Izzy, and honestly, I'll tell you right now, I don't know if Izzy wants to see that sauce anymore. And I don't even think Pereira will even. I don't think Pereira's not even worried about it. But like, realistically speaking, I'll give Pereira this. Whoever they put in front of him, he just finds a way to knock him the fuck out at some point.
I'm going to cut you off. So apparently,
Oh,
I
good.
saw.
Oh god,
There
I know what you're gonna say.
was this book
Nope.
who released potential odds for Peloton's next 3 fights.
Oh, never mind. I do.
He would be the underdog in all 3.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll take him over the Ankalaev one.
Ankalaev, John Jones.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. John Jones got you sold, bro. Don't do that.
I want to see it.
I don't, bro. I'll tell you right now. I'd rather see him in Aspinall because I think if anyone's gonna stop him on the feet, it could be Aspinall because his striking's fucking weird. Or Pereira could easily just be like, "All right, UK little guy, you come at me with your weird boxing, I'm gonna fucking put my fucking foot where I broke my big toe. I'm gonna knock you out with it, like he did last night." I was like, "Holy shit!" But I'm sorry. I'll say this right now. And I saw Cormier say it to Stephen A. And Steve, there's sometimes I do agree with Stephen A. Sometimes I don't. He's like, look, Pereira a bad boy, but he don't want none of that John Jones. I'm like, no, the fuck you do not. Don't do that. But I'm fine if you did Ankalaev, and I'll tell you right now, I'll definitely play Pereira in that fight. I think Pereira will end up knocking him out with a freaking flying knee. Aspinall, that's I like both. I'm more on the Aspinall side, but I think he could knock out Aspinall. Don't give him John Jones. Don't let that man boost his confidence. Well, don't do that.
I feel like, and this is just me, not trying to spread any John Jones bias,
Yep.
but John Jones literally took how many years off and came back and didn't miss a beat?
He really, dude. He really. And I had so much worries. I told Gabe, I remember that first fight back with Surreal Gone. I was like, look, John Jones is going to win. Because like I said, he's not going to give any respect to him. And I give Gabe all the fucking credit in this. I even told this man he was stupid for doing it. I said John Jones by knockout. And Gabe's like, bro, John Jones about to win by submission. I was like, no, the fuck he not. And as soon as I did it, and I was like, man, John Jones about to punch. And I didn't even know what John Jones even had. I was like, okay, he's kind of pushing into him. I was like, okay, that choke's not tight. Stop. All I see is that man tap. I'm like, what? Excuse me? And then all I know is I hear, and I'm on. I don't think I was on the live stream for that one, but all I know is I hear Gabe calling me, yo, what's up? And this man Gabe's gone. He's like, yo, what's up? Hey, what I tell you about that John Jones? John Jones by submission. And you were done. You were on that, I think some Jack Daniel, whatever the frick that one drink you always drink, but
I was at the bar.
boy, you were done.
But
And I was
my
like,
thing is, John Jones.
realistically,
came
John
back-
Jones should be undefeated. But it was just that
Right.
one illegal elbow.
But John Jones did not fight for how many years, and he came back
He didn't miss a beat.
like he never left.
Yeah, that was.
Like
And I'll tell you right now,
like he
it's
never
hard.
left.
I wish one guy didn't, retire early, but I understand, he did it for family and religion base. The one person, if he would probably still be fighting to this day, that could get close to John Jones. I'm not saying he is, but he could, at least by win status and going all the way up. It probably would have been Khabib. That's the closest one if you want to go by credential. But Khabib was the closest credential-wise if he never retired early. But I know John Jones apparently. I heard that sometime at the end of this year or middle of this year he's gonna get Stipe. I'm sorry, I like Stipe. Stipe, you might be at the point, bro. Just fight guys ranked within the top 12. Or I know you have another job. I'm not telling you to do that because you still can fight. I'll give you credit for that, but I know you probably took this because of money too. But John, I feel bad what John Jones about to do to him. I really like. We saw how easy it was with Gon, and I'll say this right now. I think there's a chance John Jones might knock him out at some point. I think that last one fight that Stipe had with Frank Ngannou that took his soul, and I'll use the term "take his soul" because my man his man flapped on his back with his damn legs still underneath his back. That was, but yeah, I don't think he. If I'm Stipe, I guess you'll take a payday on it, but God help you.
So what's next for you here?
Honestly, I heard because I heard that I actually heard in rumors. I don't know if they're gonna do it on the same card, but I heard that since number one thing that Pereira said that he said he wants and Dana White said I don't know. Someone brought up a question with Ankalaev. And Dana was like, I don't know, but he said, well, we interviewed Pereira before he came in, and he said that he wants Ankalaev next because he said he wants to test his wrestling defense. And then, hey, I know Dana usually doesn't confirm matchups after the card, but I firmly believe that's the next one. So going to Yuri now, coming from 2 back-to-back knockouts, this one was a lot worse than the last one because that kick, I'll tell you right now, usually I can say I can time when someone's going to decide to aim low or hit high. I didn't even see that kick coming. I really the fuck didn't. And I was like, I don't think he's going to kick with that broken toe. And guess what? He caught him with the foot of the broken toe.
Apparently, Alex Perez camp saw some training videos leading up into that fight.
It was the night of.
The night of, and apparently they kept saying that every time he would check his calves,
Yep.
he would drop his hands.
Oh, and to answer your question for the Prohaska, and honestly, I wouldn't mind it. You can see where both guys are going to be. I could honestly see, and I kind of hope they do it on the same card. I doubt they will. Maybe they'll do it like either a main event on hopefully a free card. That'd be nice. But I could see Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Remember Hill got the title and Proctor said, I'm coming. And then, of course, Jamal Hill's like, where are you at? Type of bullshit. But, yeah, realistically speaking, that could be a good matchup. Or
I don't know if I see Jamal Hill again.
I'll tell you right now, and I hate to say this, if that fight was to happen, I think Pereira definitely finished Yuri a lot. Even the first 2 times. I know the Jamal Hill one, he kind of stepped on the foot, but look, if you end up putting your foot down exactly when the foot comes down, that's more on him than Pereira. And Pereira fucking shin checked him. He wasn't out cold, but he definitely got his shit wrong. But if this matchup did happen, I would honestly favor Jamal Hill.
Right.
Because, like I said, I think Yuri needs to change his style a little bit. And I hope I'm not comparing him to this guy, but I'm about to. This guy came in very aggressive and hot through 205, going up the rankings. Meaning he won a lot of fights because of his style. Then his style kept getting him knocked the fuck out. Because this guy got knocked the fuck out recently in Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker had a low guard. Yeah, I got power. I got, explosion. And then people kept timing it, knocking him out. What Pereira do? Pereira was patient, and guess what? He kicked him dead center his fucking head. And that's my worry with Yuri, because Yuri has no defense. His hands are too fucking low, and he's bobbing, weaving his head in and out of some stupid shit. You do that shit against Jamal Hill's gonna flatline his ass too.
I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I feel like Pereira at this point
It's
is
gonna be
ankleized, and then I think at that point he goes for 2 division champ.
I'll tell you. So I'll tell you right now, he won't go back to 85. The only way I would see if him does it is gonna be a heavyweight, but that's if like John Jones decides to retire. Because I'm sorry, like I said, he's not. As long as John Jones holds that title and he's not stripped off it, he's not losing that title. I don't give a. You can bring up the only person. I'll be realistic. I think the only personalities I think that could get him close, probably Aspinall. I'll be real. I think Aspinall. I'm getting these feelings. I think, like I said, don't get me wrong. Even though I had Curtis Blades the first fight, but that was more of a leverage play. But I think Aspinall's going to run through Curtis Blades. I really freaking do. I think he's going to chin check the shit out of him.
Oh, look, is that Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad card?
Yeah.
Oh,
bro, I'll tell you this right now. Like I said, I think Aspinall might freaking chin check the shit out of him. And I hope I'm wrong. I like Curtis Blades. And then I'll give it a sneak peek. Right now, people are going to think I'm crazy. Even though the first fight, I said that I was on Leon. I picked Leon over Muhammad. Then it was a DQ. It was a draw or no contest because of the eye poke.
I'm going to fight you.
The only thing I'll say is I think the fight's going to be closer. That's all I'll say right now. But I was going to say, look, if the wrestling happens and Edwards can't stop a takedown, which he's proven that he can stop.
I got nothing other than fucking Venezuela just won, and Mexico is trying to hang on for dear life and score. It was 8 minutes of stoppage time, but that's fine. Hit.
We're the opposite of what all Bears do. You know how they go hibernating during the winter, how they go hibernating during the summer. And, as a famous artist said, it's 7 p.m. on a Friday. It's 95 degrees. You know, I ain't got no girl. Whatever the hell she said. Um, 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 we are looking to expand our um our fantasy football league to 8 people. Um,
10.
10, 10, 10. Oh my, 10, 10, 10. Because how many people we have now? We had 8 this year, right?
Yeah, we had 8, I think.
We're looking for 10. We after the 8-man madness, we all came to agreement that never again.
Nope.
Indeed.
It was fun. It was. It was fun. It was fun. Um, it was fun, but never again. We already have the punishment for this year. It's not that bad compared to last year. I think.
Even though we're still waiting for Cornbread to do the punishment.
We're still waiting for Cornbread. Oh, don't worry. Listen, if Cornbread don't do it, then he say, I'm telling him right now, he sacrificed his first round pick. More how that's gonna work in a second. But I mean, we're looking for 10. We usually don't start discussing the league till August. We don't do the draft. We do the draft. The first Sunday. I think it'll be the first. What is it? The first Sunday or Saturday before?
Before.
For the
Should be the first Sunday.
Yeah, the first Sunday before the NFL season starts. 8-man PPR. All that jazz. No, 10-man PPR. Top 8 make the playoffs. Bottom 2 compete in the toilet bowl. Losing the toilet bowl, that's punishment. The people in the league know the punishment. If you're not in the league, you'll find out when you join. But we are looking for 2 people who are willing and able to be engaged over a season. We're not looking for boring people. It was very competitive last year.
And don't be soft. If you can't handle shit talking, then,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because I'm not going to lie to you, everybody was giving it at one point of the season. Everybody was giving it. But one thing I will say.
But just know that it's no hard feelings. It's competitive talks only.
The one thing I will say, there was a lot of mess being said, but it was all
out of fun.
I just want to say, there was a Mickey Mouse ring. There's some tampering going on.
Oh. No, there was. He's not wrong. I forgot about that. Last couple weeks of the season.
I'm gonna call out I'm gonna call out the accusations and call it like I see it. Your boy had the number 1 seed on lock. I mean, I did end up, have the 1 seed on lock. That's not the problem, but there was some tampering going on.
Oh my God! Mexico just got a penalty in the 96th minute.
I'm not gonna blame that on why I lost.
Gabe.
But there was some tampering.
Oh my God.
We need to crack down on the tampering. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel like this year this is 10-man, and as long as you make the playoffs, you're safe from the punishment. I think that won't happen this year. I don't think it'll happen.
No, I think he got ball.
All I'm gonna say is,
but I'm
no
not
fly
gonna lie.
zone.
Oh, he got
no fly
ball.
zone will be making its return this season.
I'm not gonna lie to him. Even with all that tampering going on, the fact that Kelly did win the league.
Oh, he got the ball. There's no way that's a penalty. There's no way.
Because I don't know if you all noticed, but every team she faced had their worst point tally to date.
Thank you.
Yup.
First point tally,
I'm still butthurt about mine, but hey.
yo, yo,
All I
that
need,
last,
no, that was the worst overall feeling I've experienced in my life.
He got
Where
the ball.
all I needed was like another Jalen Hurts, either a run or pass or a took push, or Jake Elliott for a field goal, and I win my round.
He gets the
And guess
ball.
what? I didn't get
Right
shit.
there. Yup, that should be. That better not be a penalty.
And I was against the Seahawks.
I'm not
But
gonna lie,
you
bro.
didn't get anything. That was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. That
Yep.
playoff ended.
He gets the ball.
That last week, the two.
And I was up 5% odds to win. And then all I know is I'm like, oh, look, Eagles can just play conservative. Nope, interception, all the bullshit. And then all I hear is Gabe Texan's like, oh my god, you're about to fucking lose. I'm like, what?
Joey to the phone.
Bro, dude, I almost went into a freaking, popping a bottle open and then, but like, how?
He got the ball. Yup.
So that first week on how Cornbread ended up doing the punishment was this. So for those who don't know, the way we did it last year, which is I think played into a lot of reasons why there was what happened towards the end, is since there was 8 people and everybody made the playoffs, it was the person who scored the least amount of points in the regular season.
Yep.
That just happened to be an AC. So the AC Kelly, who ended up being our champion, beat Mar. Bryant, who was in second, beat Joey off the most craziest thing I ever seen in my life.
That was like the movie Little Giants when they ran the annexation of Puerto Rico. I was like, what in the all fucks did I just witness?
Who was number 3 was Cornbread, and I beat the brakes off Cornbread. I was number 4. I was number 3. I beat the brakes off Cornbread, so Cornbread ended up having to do punishment. But yeah, this year. But yes, we are looking for 2 more people, at least. We want to keep this 10 man. I don't like doing 12. 12 is a little funky. But I mean, that's about it. So I mean, if y'all fellas know any 2 people that would be willing to do this league, please let me know, because I want to do the draft the week before the season starts. When we return with the podcast, it'll be a week before college football start. Football preview, and we'll figure out what that calendar looks like towards the beginning of the season. Me and Ryan will release our summer soccer
Gabe, Mexico just got bounced. Speaking of
What?
soccer. So, I'll break it down for you. There was a penalty called in the 96th minute, in favor of Mexico. So they voted it, and you can see, so that Mexico and the Ecuadorian defender are going for the ball in the box. The Ecuadorian defender reaches his foot around and gets, his big toe on the ball and kicks it out of bounds. So they vote it. No penalty. Mexico goes home. Venezuela tops the group. Ecuador finishes second. So yeah, that's soccer in about 10 seconds.
In the words of Ron
Awesome.
Simmons, damn.
Yeah, that's all I got.
But yeah, Mark, you go ahead and outro us out.
All right. Of course, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening as always. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on Twitter. You know the Twitter. Shouldn't have to really go too much into detail. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Join our Discord if you haven't joined already. We're trying to get back active. It's hasn't really been much that we've been interested in as of late, but you might want to catch us when football comes back around. That's probably when we'll be more active. But join the Discord if you're not already in it. You could always go back and rewatch or re-listen to our previous episodes on Spotify and on YouTube if you want. Whatever you choose does not matter. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much got everything. Of course, as always, again, thank you for listening. Um, in the words of Hulk Hogan, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. I'm gonna add something else: drink milk and try not to do something stupid.